Hey, how's it going, guys? Mr. Boss for the win here, and in today's GTA 5 video, we're going to be talking about the brand new free vehicle that Rockstar has introduced in Grand Theft Auto Online as a part of the Los Santos Drug Wars DLC update. So that's right, Rockstar said that they were going to be giving us a free vehicle today and having the opportunity to get it for the next 2 days over the weekend. And that brand new car is the Declasse Tahoma Coupe, which is available on the Southern San Andreas Super Auto site. And you guys can see there, you need to take advantage of this because normally this would be $1.5 million. And I'll kind of explain throughout the video why I think if you don't get it for free, man, this vehicle doesn't really seem like it's all that worth it. So there you go, the Declasse Tahoma Coupe. The description: the ultimate luxury coupe from a time when all you need to live the American dream was a clean record and a pocket full of disco biscuits. All that may have changed, but the secret to good business is still a firm handshake and a muscle car you can rip across the border in 90 seconds flat. So this is the Declasse Tahoma Coupe, two-door muscle car. Here are its in-game stats. You can see its top speed is just over 4 bars, acceleration just under 4, braking right at about 1, and traction at about 3.5 bars, if those stats mean absolutely anything to you. So again, you can get as many as you want for free. You are not just limited to one. So if for whatever reason you really like this car, get as many of them as you can over the next 3 days from today, December 16th, through December 18th, because other than that, and after that period expires, it's going to go back to its original price of $1,500,000, which again, pretty expensive as far as muscle cars go. So I had this shipped over to my agency, and you really will see just how quickly vehicles now spawn in to Grand Theft Auto Online once you order them. I could barely get to the agency in time, and it had already been delivered onto my second floor, which is really cool. So that is a great quality of life update that Rockstar has introduced. So let's go ahead and dive into this thing. And on the surface, doesn't have an extreme amount of customization, but also doesn't have like no customization. So you can see there, it's got 20 slots. You can do all your basic stuff, armor and brakes. And the first unique customizable option here is going to be your bumpers for the front and rear. And you get some basic options like chrome, black, chrome classic, black classic, etc. And you have those same options on the rear as well, so you can change that up. You can also modify the engine. You want to soup this bad boy up. And then you get about 10 exhaust options that are actually pretty unique. Some of them are on the back rear of the car. Others are on the back side. Some are on the front sides of the car. So they do actually give you some pretty unique exhaust options. You also have some pretty unique hood options too, with a cowl induction hood, filter blower, and bug catcher options that you can apply to the hood of this vehicle to give it a nice, unique look. And then there's also a handful of really cool liveries, some simple, some more complex. The first two are pretty simple. You've got black stripes and white stripes, which are going to give you these two thick stripes going on the hood, roof, and front of the vehicle. So kind of like an iconic classic stripe look for this car. After that, it is red vines, which sort of outlines the curves on the side of the car in this red line pattern. That one's also pretty simple, yet looks really good. And I even like the other one as well, color vines, which is the same design, but instead just gives you like a different color gradient. So those are red vines and color vines. Then you have Patriot, which I thought this was going to be like the Patriot beer logo for a second, but it's actually just this cool sort of gradient from back to front of like this light blue, reddish pink, and then light blue again. So you can have some fun designs with that. It kind of gives off some retro vibes too. Then after that, it's probably one of my favorite ones, the flames. I just think the flame looks really good, and that's the one I end up choosing at the end of this video. Then you have classic pinstripes and classic white pinstripes, which, as the name describes, gives you this pinstripe look throughout the entire vehicle. It basically covers the car up, and then it's up to your paint job underneath to give you the rest of the look. So that's classic pinstripes and white pinstripes. And then you have retro vibes and retro vibes 2, which is basically just going to flip-flop which side of the vehicle gets black and where the red pinstripe lays. So I tried to mess around with that, but I wasn't having the best of luck. So I ended up going back to the flames. Now, after that, you get to choose your different mirror options, a handful of nice ones there, whether you want to go rounded, square, vintage, or classic. So lots of things you can do there. And then you have your color options. You have primary, secondary, and trim. So primary is obviously going to have an impact on everything you selected as primary color. Secondary going to have an impact on everything you selected as secondary. And your trim color having an impact on the interior of the vehicle. So pretty simple, nothing exotic there. Then after that, you have to modify your roof options where you can put some racks or a surfboard or just adding a sunroof. So lots of different cool things that you can do right there, as well as a splitter option too if you want to introduce that. And then, of course, your suspension, transmission, and turbo. Now, the only thing that was mysteriously missing from here, there was no spoiler that could actually be applied. So you don't actually get a traction bonus on this vehicle, which is certainly unique. It definitely needs it being in the muscle car category. So that was one of the most unique parts to me, as I was like, am I missing something? Does the roof option give you that traction bonus? The answer is no. There's just no spoiler and nothing that gives that spoiler-like impact on there. So let's talk about the positives of this car. The positives of this car, it's absolutely gorgeous. I mean, this is based on one of the most iconic late 70s Monte Carlos there is. So right off the bat, you're getting just a beautiful vehicle with, I will say, a decent amount of customization. Not Benny's level, but also there's not nothing. There are some unique upgrades and customization options here. But the downside, there's really nothing all that special about this car. It's kind of like Rockstar just picked like a random vehicle and said, hey, you know, you guys get this for free for accomplishing the heist challenge for taking home over $4 trillion. Here it is. And even though I really like this vehicle, again, it just doesn't really scream anything all that exciting. And for a muscle car like this, unfortunately, I feel like it's just going to be sitting in my garage 24/7. It's not really one I'm going to be using in races all that often, nor is it one that I really feel like I'm going to be taking out and cruising around the town. You guys might do so a little bit differently, but to me, it just doesn't feel like a vehicle that I'm going to take out all that much and is really just more a trophy for my garage. So if this vehicle really wasn't free, I don't know if it's one I would have spent $1.5 million on, and then a couple $100,000 more on all the customization just to get it all souped up and ready to go. So that's really the only buyer beware I truly have with this vehicle, is there's nothing really crazy unique about it. But right now, while it's free, definitely take advantage of it and definitely get your hands on this vehicle. Once it becomes $1.5 million, that's where you have to make the decision. Are you willing to spend that on a muscle car and even more to customize it at the end of the day? So definitely just something to think about right there. But overall, that's my review, and that is the brand new and for now free Declasse Tahoma Coupe. Let me know what you guys think about this brand new vehicle in those comments down below. Are you going to be getting it, staying away from it, grabbing it only because it's free? Let me know what you think in those comments down below. I'd love to hear from you guys down there. If you guys did go on to enjoy this video, though, a like rating would, of course, be awesome. And be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel if you are new. You want to stay up to date on all the latest GTA and all the Rockstar Games videos that I'll be doing here on my channel. And be sure to ring that notification bell as well. Sometimes YouTube just doesn't work, and if you ring that bell, you'll always be guaranteed to be notified when new videos arrive. But of course, as always, guys, thank you all so much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you guys in the next video.